Hello dear students, today we will discuss about acceleration. We have already learned about velocity and speed. During uniform motion of an object along a straight line, what will be its velocity? Velocity remains constant with time. In this case, what will be the change in velocity? The change in velocity of the object for any time interval is 0. But is it the same with non-uniform motion? In the case of non-uniform motion, velocity varies with time. It has different values at different instants and at different points of the path, because velocity depends on the direction, not only the magnitude, because it depends upon the direction. So if the direction changes, then the velocity will be changing. Thus, the change in velocity of the object during any time interval will not be 0. In this case, we can introduce a new term, that is a physical quantity called acceleration, which is the measure of change in velocity of an object per unit time. Or we can define acceleration as the rate of change of velocity. You know that velocity is a vector quantity. So is the case of acceleration. Acceleration is also a vector quantity because it also depends on the magnitude as well as the direction. Its direction is given by the direction of the force causing the acceleration. We can write mathematically acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time taken. And the SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. What is the SI unit of velocity? It is meter per second. Meter per second divided by S. So, ms raised to minus 2 is the SI unit of acceleration. Suppose the velocity of a car is u at time t1. And at a later time t2, its velocity is v. Then what will be the change in velocity? Final velocity minus initial velocity. Final velocity is v and initial velocity is u. So we can write change in velocity is equal to v minus u. What is the time interval? Time interval will be t1 minus t2, or we can write t2 minus t1. Okay. And acceleration A is equal to v minus u divided by t1 minus t2. Since there is no negative time, so we can write it as t1 minus t2 or t2 minus t1. The acceleration is taken to be positive if it is in the direction of velocity. That is, positive acceleration is when the velocity of the body increases with time, then the acceleration is said to be positive acceleration. And what will be the negative acceleration? When the velocity of the body decreases with time, then the acceleration is said to be negative acceleration. Negative acceleration, we have one more term, that is retardation, or we can say it as deceleration. Okay, the deceleration or retardation is another term for negative acceleration. Now we will discuss uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. If an object travels in a straight line and its velocity increases or decreases by equal interval of time. Here in this case of acceleration, there is a decrease also. Always we are saying about increase only, but in this case we will discuss about decrease because there is negative acceleration also. So we can define this as if an object travels in a straight line and its velocity increases or decreases by equal interval of time, then the acceleration of the object is said to be uniform acceleration. For example, the motion of a freely falling body. So what will be the non-uniform acceleration? An object can travel with non-uniform acceleration if its velocity changes at non-uniform rate. For example, if a car traveling along a straight road increases its speed by unequal amounts in equal interval of time, then the car is said to be moving with non-uniform acceleration. Hope you understood what is acceleration and how to write this equation, and positive acceleration, negative acceleration, and uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. Thank you.